Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. This is session 43 of the Strife of Aradiel. We do got just under half the crew missing tonight, but still, we got a good solid team here. So they're making their way up north, continuing the campaign. Let's go ahead and get everybody looped in. Oh, and just so you know, make sure you hit the follow. Thank you so much. I'll see you in there playing for the resubscribe. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, everybody else, make sure to follow us. You get all the episodes. Go over, check me out on the TikTok. We got a lot of fun stuff going on over there. And join the Discord. We're always doing fun stuff in there, enjoying some fun conversations. You know, even some of the earlier conversations. I think we're going to start doing some of the hot takes on there prior to sessions, right? So anybody in the Discord, you can come in, take part in that, and then later on see the final, my final breakdown and rant about whatever that topic is. Let's go ahead and get everybody added up in here. What is going on, people? How y'all doing tonight?
Hey.
So, good.
All right. So, as usual, I don't see any reason to delay, so why don't we, after I get that burp out of my chest, swing right on over into the game. So, last session, you all had a rather nice time at a festival, even leaving there with some golden trophies and particularly interesting little magic belt that gives its wearer a monkey tail. After that, going home, you guys were found waiting there was the king, the conqueror, Ragvar. Explains some of the going-ons in the north. He at this point has been unfortunately outpositioned by Jarl Thorson of Hadringd. And so he's asked that you all make your way up there under his banner to both aid in the efforts, but specifically to find some evidence that he is, as the king believes, plotting some kind of usurping action. So, with that, left everything off back in midway. We can go ahead and get adjust our moods here. And we'll go and kick in there. So, I believe you said that you had a few things that you wanted to still do in town there, Jasper. You wanted to go and donate some items to the orphanage, I believe.
Yeah, just before we plan on departing. So the next morning, after meeting with Conger Redshield, before everyone else gets up, or as everyone else is getting up, I'll try to sneak out of the bastion, but since I'm in metal armor, I fail and clank and waking people up as I get out the door. But I've got a box hefted up on my shoulder, and I'm going to make one last trip down to the children's school, where I've been donating time and energy and gold to support them. I make my way down there via using the flying carpet to make it pretty quick. But as I arrive, I've tracked down the headmistress there, and meeting her, asked to meet in her little office away from the kids. And I go through the box of donations that I have from our bastion for the children's school. And the first thing is, I explained that we have some arcane factories there, and one of them made a decanter of endless water for the school so that the kids would have an unlimited supply of fresh water. And then secondly, I give her 3 large elemental gems, and they're all emeralds. and I explain that these elemental gems are magic and should only be used in the most dire circumstances. But what they will do is once crushed or once thrown, each one can be used once and will summon a being made of water to help protect the school. I foresee, tensions are rising a little higher, and not sure with the moon blades being a little more high profile. Not sure if anyone might come to find ways to hurt us peripherally. And we've been both I and Ira have been spending quite a bit of time here. So, if anything should come to threaten the school, these 3 gems can be used to summon beings of water to either put out fires or to protect against those who might harm the kids.
All right, perfect. And so, and as you're going there, of course, you're greeted as a familiar there. Everyone's always very appreciative when you see Ira there from time to time as he goes and does some services as well. But leaving these items, of course, she's very appreciative and locks them away in this very small, kind of modest little office she has. Not much bigger than a closet, really, but underneath her desk there's a little hideaway underneath the floorboards that she puts those items off away in to keep them out of sight. Was there anything else that you wanted to do there before heading off?
The last thing the box contains is just a couple potions of healing for any kids that find themselves, wounded or seriously wounded or fall out of a tree and break a leg or something like that. So something that'll help repair those wounds faster. But no, that's it. I just wanted to let them know we're going to be out of town for a little bit, and we look forward. Both Ira and I look forward to a time that we can visit again.
All right, excellent. She thanks you, bows. They all follow you out. The kids still tugging and pulling at your armor on the way as they go. So you finally make your way back to the safe house. Anybody else have anything they want to do in town here?
Not me. I'm still chilling after the party or the festival in the manor.
Okay, so as you're in there sleeping, I'm assuming not in your bed, probably some random spot under the staircase.
Yeah. If
Room closet.
I mean, I pick the most uncomfortable places to not be familiar with my bed, and when I need to rest good,
You're
sleep
waking
in
up
my bed.
there, kind of coming to, laying off to your side a plate of food that you do not remember eating. Been absolutely torn through, and sitting right off beside the plate, little copper coin.
I'm going to grab it with a lot of carefulness. I'm going to pick it up.
You take the coin, pick it up, and sudden kind of shiver down your spine there. Your bones kind of begin to ache. Your elbows, your knees, your back, it all just starts aching suddenly.
And I'm going to drop it on the table, and she's like looking at it.
As you drop it, it freezes over and crumbles. Your bones still ache.
Finvar, you're middle aged now.
I what? Oh. What just happened? I feel weak. I'm going to go look somewhere else. I think I'm alone in the kitchen or something like that. So I'm going to go into the living rooms and try to find Jasper. And I open the door and see that he's not at home. I mean, it's really early up, but I don't know where he's been. and I'm going to go look Torvin. And I'm going to knock on the door first to see if he's there or not.
Is Torin there?
Torvin,
Is this
may
the
I?
next day?
This is the following morning. This is the following day after meeting the king.
Didn't know.
So you knock. There's no answer, but the door is slightly ajar.
I'm going to open the door without any without any second thoughts and go in. Torvin, hello. Are you still asleep? Is
The
he there?
room is quiet. Looks like there's pieces of things, parts, all kinds of tools lying all over the place, sheets of metal, chunks of wood, tools you've never seen before. And on his little workbench back in the corner there, a note lies just on top of it. Beside it, something large, covered in a cloth.
I don't know what's all this. Metal? I don't know what's storing about that. I don't think that anything that's under the cloth is non-explosive, so I'm not going to touch it. And I'm going to grab the note and say and look into it. What to say in the note?
Do you have any particular words you want there, Torin?
Only the ones I sent you. Nothing too fancy.
BRB.
So-
Flair to it.
More or less, Torin feels that he has some other places that he needs to be right now. He knows that big things are happening, but he thinks there's a piece that everybody's missing, and he's trying to go and take care of that. He says he'll do his best to come back to the group, but in his place, he's left something he's been working on. Says, just pull the sheet. Signed, Torin.
Okay, inner Finbar. The sheet is explosive, but Torin says that pull the sheet. And I'm going to take the sheet off carefully, and then
As it
soon
does, you feel a cord tied off to it. Pull, something engaged. You start hearing little mechanical noises. Under the sheet, Torin, what does he see there?
So what you see under the sheet is a powdered keg that has ignited. Oh,
He left a fucking acne track for you, bro.
it is really explosive. I thought, bro.
no, what you see is it resembles the KB units, and even like the one that was chained up in Fine Stamp's first facility laboratory that we were in. It's standing on a box because it's actually a small creature. It's probably roughly 4 foot tall, and it's looks very similar to the KB units. It's got an orange glow on its chest, has a revolver on its hip. You can see that it is not Torin's, it was his other one, his secondary one that he had. And you can still see that there's some like chains going across and like an X. With his head is glowing orange eyes, and you can see that it's not the normal KB helmet. It matches more the one that was stuck in Fine Stamp's lab. But as the cord ripped, you can see as it powered on, TC1 Finvar, please end it.
What?
Malfunction.
Torin, are you in there? And I'm going to poke the head of the Torin.
Please stop touching me.
Torin, are you in there? Really? Torin.
No.
And-
Torin has left. I am TC1.
Torin, mini.
TC1.
Mecha Torin. Hold on a second. You're like fine stamp, a little robot. You melded yourself into a. Okay, I'm. Who are you again, Torin?
Say it one more time. Sorry.
And what's that weapon you have in your hilt? That's from Torin.
It's my arcane firearm.
Again, what? Torin doesn't know magic. He just fires pistols and does things to blow up.
Cannot compute. I do not understand what you mean.
I knew I was going to break this thing, but okay.
We
So
must find Sam West and all the firearms that were made.
I think everyone's at a loss for words here.
Torin went away.
Uh-oh.
Find the. Hello?
Is anybody getting sound? Oh.
You're not getting sound?
Oh no, that was my fault. I popped forward and I accidentally muted the whole voice chat thing. So no, I didn't hear what was going on. That's my fault, y'all. I do stuff sometimes. Sometimes things happen.
You say you know where Torin is?
I was told not to tell. He feels like you would go after him if I told you. Please.
You're like. And what? I mean, you have to be more specific with me at least.
He's on a mission to find more information on the Silent Shadows.
Hold on. Didn't he went away of that life? Okay.
I've already said too much.
Come here. I'm going to grab it and place it in my shoulder.
What are you doing?
You're coming with me.
I have legs.
I have to show this to Jasper.
Error.
I'm going to go look Jasper. I don't know where he is, but grabbing the KG. No,
Are you letting him grab you? What are you doing?
Activating self-destruct.
Hold on.
No, I won't let him grab. And I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Oh shit.
Shit. That thing does magic? Really?
20 minutes into the session, we're about to lose.
PvP.
So,
PvP, we're about to lose another player here.
roll excited.
That's about the time there as
That's at 10.
these two are starting to look at each other. He's moving in towards them. He's in here charging up his attack. About that time is when you're getting back from the orphanage there, going past. You can hear all the rumblings going on back in Torin's room there. Do you want to go and get involved there, Jasper?
Yeah, I put my hand on the front door, thinking to sneak back in because maybe Finbar's sleeping still. And as soon as I touch the door, I hear this huge, thunderous explosion in the, and I think we're under attack. So I cast a quick mirror image on myself, and I start running down the hallway toward where I heard the sound.
It's only 8 thunder damage.
8? I mean, I'm at the door at the other side in the passageway, like turn upside down after the explosion.
Also,
Hey, Jasper.
anything in the vicinity takes the damage too, so in a 10-foot radius sphere, everything takes 8 thunder damage.
The room is destroyed.
What? The thing died? No way, right?
What's on fire? What's going on? Where's the danger?
And I'm going to point towards the door. Jasper, there's something demonic on the door and you have to look it out.
Demonic.
Jasper, I am TC1. As he looks up at because he's
Seeing this construct, I would imagine that I might notice that he is wearing or carrying some of Torin's items.
He does have a tail. No, because he does have the belt.
And the belt
Yeah.
from last night.
Prison.
Yeah, you would notice that it goes along very much with both the kind of designs that you've seen Torin do in the past, plus a lot of what you've seen from Fine Stamp Designs. A lot of that molded in there, plus his actual equipment on his hilt there.
Hey, Finbar, where's Torin? As I slowly circle the construct without being threatening, seeing the room being the desk cracked in half, and the books and papers and tools and implements that Torin normally keeps scattered around. All those are pushed against the wall.
I know. I don't know that thing does. I mean, he told me so. He told me that he knows where Torin is, but he wouldn't say to me, Jasper. I don't know. Maybe to you. Maybe.
So, so no word on Torin. Don't know where he is.
I just came on the room. I saw a note, and this thing was under a cloth, and it started. I mean, I was going to bring it to you to investigate, but he didn't move, so he moved me.
I take a quick look at the note, and I say quietly, "That's typical Torin, man. A few words." He knew that he did know that we would go
a whole lot
after
of
him.
explosions. Yeah.
Okay,
Explosions engaging.
so TC1, does that stand for anything?
With my intelligence, I really don't know. TC1.
And for sure, at least, you're unable or unwilling to tell us where Torin is.
Stay silent.
This thing is so unserious. He's not answering. Is he a machine really? I mean, if
Yeah,
we. Oh, so you can answer, right?
Yes.
Could you point the direction where Torin is? Oh, so you don't answer that one, right? So you have a leverage or something. I don't know how this machine works.
Jasper, you hear in your head, is this one always like this?
Well, Finbar, I think Torin knows us too well. Just after we had that, not long ago, we just had that conversation about sticking together and guarding each other's backs, and I guess Torin's habits of secrets die hard. Well,
So
let's keep TC with us if we can. If I know Torin, he's likely able to find a way to keep tabs on TC1. Hey, TC, we're going into some dangerous places, and we were planning to leave today.
Yes, let's go. Sam West?
Yeah, if we can
Or
find
what
him.
are
yeah,
we
send him.
doing?
So before we go, though, I want to make sure that we're not putting you in danger.
I was designed for this.
I don't like
Okay.
him a bit, Jasper.
TC
I mean,
Danger -1.
how do we not? How do we know that this thing is not placed by the other guys that have guns also? I mean, that's Storming for sure, but maybe they kidnapped him or I don't know. I don't like him.
If they kidnapped him, would they give me this ring, this belt, this gun? I think they would take that with them, and this other ring too. It's
But
weird.
why didn't Torvin bring those things with him? I mean, he needed them before. Why not now?
TC Finvar has a point. We've had some run-ins with some strange folk. I don't normally do this for sentient beings, and I get a puzzled look on my face. But if you'll humor me, I'd like to just cast a very simple divination spell, identification spell on you, just to make sure that you're not under some influence of some malevolent arcane magics, maybe even unbeknownst to you. So, if you don't mind,
Sure.
but if you do
I'll even
mind,
help you,
I understand.
and
okay.
I'll touch you and give you guidance.
So cast identification, identify on TC1, just to make sure it really only identifies if it's under the influence of any magics.
He does have Fine Stamp's ring on his finger.
Okay. Eyes closed, flutter, delving into the weaves and the magics that have both made TC1 and bolster TC1 and that which he's carrying. After a moment, I'll stand back up. Hey, Finbar.
It doesn't stand for that.
Yeah,
But you know what it meant, huh? See? Immediately you knew what it was. See, I didn't put nothing there.
Yeah. We're talking about chat, the listeners, if you're paying attention. If you're listening to this on via VOD later, paying attention to chat. Yeah. TC, thanks for your trust in us, and you have my trust. Just understand that we're going to some pretty dangerous places.
I understand. Torn told me you were the smart one.
Are you fragile or are you tough
Hit
enough?
me.
No, I just want to know.
Hit. And then when you say no, you can see his red eyes glow and his voice deepens. Hit me.
I mean, you don't want to, really. You really don't want to. But
Like,
Torn built a fucking psychopath, apparently. Jesus Christ.
I was going to help you stay more durable. But that means no backstabbing, okay?
Right.
Or shooting. I don't know how do you know your nomenclature, okay? Get here, and I'm going to get near him, and I'm going to cast a spell, which. Oh, okay, it's only later, for later, but
Too scared?
no, that's not it.
You're the one that eats a lot, right?
Do I really have this bad reputation on myself
Here.
all the time?
He pulls a giant jug.
I'm not the smart
No.
one. I'm the one who eats a lot. What else? I'm the one who sleeps a lot also. Who
He
gets
pulls out
up
a
late.
jug
Who
from his pack, and he says, "What would you like?"
food?
Well, more liquid. Food is solid. This is a
Yeah.
jug.
Liquid. Could you make me a beer?
I can make you 4 gallons of it,
Okay, I start to like,
Or
like
honey.
you more.
or mayonnaise.
Okay, let's get to work then. I'll help you get into our ship, and you make me beer.
Yeah,
If
there
at
you
some
go.
point in time we end up with Finvar gargling mayonnaise, I'm meteor hits the fucking planet, bro. I'm telling you. Don't do it to me. Marv will tell you I am the worst. That ASMR, isn't that what it's called? The sound stuff? No, I don't get the appeal. I don't understand it. Listen, I'll kill myself. Anyways,
No, take
It's
it.
gross.
it's gross.
He grabs a note and flips it around the back, and it says the alchemy jugs for Finbar.
That's for me?
That's what I was
Oh,
told.
it's really cool. I'm going to investigate which liquid.
That's where Torn hit the ball.
It can fill up with oil. Yeah.
Oil, beer, and water, right?
It's in the party inventory.
Okay. Going to
Oh
grab it.
man, that can do so much.
This is the thing that has unlimited water.
Yeah, kind of.
Um,
It's like 8
gallons.
gallons.
Looks like.
Ah, it's not unlimited. Dang it.
Until the next day. I don't think you drink 12 gallons of water a day.
I mean, if I eat a lot, yeah, it's burned up. Well, What's missing, Jasper? I think I missed some important person yesterday that was knocking on the door. I was sleeping, so I didn't mind opening it.
You were. Yeah, we thought it better to leave you, let you sleep instead of potentially angering the whole ass king of Eldara who showed up in our parlor last night.
Hold up. You're saying the person I didn't open the door to was the king of Uldara?
Conger Redshield has, in the simplest terms, recruited us to act as his representatives to investigate one of the jarls who may be fomenting rebellion in the north by creating an army, or more accurately, arming his army with
With these
weapons
things.
that Sam West may be creating. This is Jarl Thorson of Hadringd, if you remember, in that meeting. So we talked a little bit about it last night, and we thought that it might be best to try to rescue, if possible, Plemelin, the goblin, as well as, I know they're in different locations, but as well as Sam West, in conjunction with finding solid proof that that Jarl Thorson is indeed or is not planning to rebel against Conger Redshield.
Oh, Torrent told me that this is for Plemelin. And he like wiggles a hand or an arm, goblin size, prosthetic arm.
What? I mean, this thing has more insight into the mission that we do.
Torrent
Basically,
told me
right?
Or as much. Do you remember, Finrod? I'm not sure if you remember Ira when he scryed on Plemelin. Whoever captured him had cut off one of his hands. Looks like, is that a
Oh.
prosthetic limb?
Yes, and this is his real hand, and it's all like decayed and stuff. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, and they send it to us, right? Like the. Yeah, we could
Doran, yeah.
make them a visit and see what is Plemlin about. I mean,
We do want to rescue Plem, but if you recall, Finbar, he seems to be kept in pretty comfortable conditions compared to Sam.
Oh,
West. Sam
yeah.
West is,
Plemelin is with the Silent Shadows more than likely, according to what is in my documentation. Sam West is up north.
so
mean-
first Sam
yeah.
and the
Plemlin
Jarl,
is okay, so it's
and
no
then
problem.
Plem. Well, he's not
I mean-
okay. I mean, he's a captive, but
Yeah, but he's well fed. He also had a hand, but he.
Sam West is a little more pressing for us right now.
I mean, and we don't have to rescue him in the moment, right? We are also making like some spying movements first, or. Dang it! And Torvin also disappeared from the only stealthy mission that we're going to do.
It's unfortunate. I'm not exactly sure what he was thinking, but as you know, he's a man of secrets, and as close as I thought we were getting to, you know me, I can't stand secrets, and I'm about this knowledge and sharing knowledge, and as much as I thought we were breaking through, sometimes I guess old habits die hard. So.
TC
But if
is sitting here
Plem-
just writing down everything y'all say in a book.
Recording.
Just
He's always a few steps above, or above, no, right? It's in front of us. I don't know how.
Ahead.
Ahead, right? That's the word. Thank you, T1.
You're welcome.
Well, ultimately, I trust Torin, so I guess I think the mission still stands. So why don't you drum up some breakfast while I go wake Ira and Ragnar and see if there's anything that needs to be done before we jump on the airship. I understand Risen above table. I understand that the airship may still be available to us.
It is. It is. You guys do
Okay.
still, in fact, have the airship. All right,
Sounds good.
and real quick while we're swinging over. Hey, Rachel, thank you so much for the sub. Pneumonia sucks. I hope you feel better soon. But we appreciate you coming and hanging out with us while you can. Don't feel the need to sit around here listening to us go on and on. Chill as much as you can, but girl, take some medicine, get some rest. Get some hot tea with some honey. Hot tea, hot. All right, now. So are you guys heading off to the ship? Is there anything else you guys are doing here? What's the plan?
I'm going to be a good boy and go make some breakfast.
All right, Finvar, he's on the food.
TC, do you need anything before we head out to Hadringd or prepare for that trip?
No, I'm good. Ready when you are.
While Finbar is doing that, I will also let Captain Book at the airship know that via sending that we're going to depart in an hour for Hadringd, and if he needs to ready his men or his crew or the any provisioning that needs to be done. You know, we've been here for a while, 3 months, in fact.
All right, so yeah, you do receive back a message there, just letting you know that everything is ready. They've restocked and everything like that. They've kind of taken the downtime themselves as well. It wasn't exactly the easiest trip for them either. So they've been enjoying it, spending some of all that money you guys pay them, and they are back and ready to go. Also mentioning that they did receive a letter from the Conqueror himself, a letter of passage for you to make sure that you guys have the right paperwork to move freely in Hadringd. And aside from that, a flag of the king has been hoisted on the ship.
Ooh. Could be good or could be bad.
All
Who
right.
knows?
Anything else? So at that point, we got Finvar hooking up the foods. Sure, it's lots of delicious meals and snacks.
I
What else we got
prepared
going on?
like 4 plates for everyone. I mean, T1 is not eating, so I didn't prepare for him. But I expect Ragnar and Ira to be to be in the at least in the manor. And I went in for Jasper.
All right. So, go ahead.
Lastly, we probably won't need him, but just in case we need to appear like some sort of delegation, I think we should load the horses as well. Even though we probably don't need them. It's appearances, right?
Nice and regal.
Yep. Nothing else from me. Jasper's ready to go, so whenever everyone else is ready to go, you can jump on the ship.
All right.
T1, are you ready for the ride?
TC one.
TC1.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So, with that, you guys do make your way back to the ship. As I said, it now has the sail or the flag of the king hanging from the ship. You all get making your way off towards the north. Now,
Jasper. Overall, I wanted to ask, how long is the trip?
with the trip itself, it really depends on the weather as always, which is go ahead and give us which is actually looking favorable for you all. So within a week's time or so, you all are well over the Gesa Sea. where below you can see, off going towards Eldara, absolutely scattered about, all kinds of warships. If you look far enough off to the northeast, or excuse me, the northwest, with any kind of binoculars, you can see in the distance there a number of warships from Calrathia. And eventually making your way further still. Finally making it to the war shores of Hadringd. Now, as you all get making your way above and over this land here, it really is a rather empty place. The few towns that you do see are just mining towns and quarries, all working gathering materials for the war effort. Otherwise, not much as far as farms. It's very few, far between. The land here doesn't look all that fertile. Mostly rock and very thick, uncooperative dirt. But some time goes on. Under 2 weeks before you're finally reaching the actual outskirts of the city, when about 15 miles out or so, you all start hearing thunderous wings flapping around the ship. Stepping up on top there, you would see 5 knights on the back of armored griffins circling the ship here, immediately recognizing these for what they are: Skywreckers, a well-known, very highly honored elite warriors of the north. They move about. One separates from the pack there, pulls in right beside the ship, and leaps off the back of his creature, landing on the deck there. Looks about, stands tall in gray armor, a little bit different than the rest that you can see. His engraved with what look like wings that wrap in the back and the front around the shoulders. Lifts off his helmet. Much younger human face than you would have expected. Just a little bit of stubble, aside from a little scar across his forehead. Steps forward. You all have paperwork to be heading this close towards the city in this ship.
Side note, we would have given that to Captain Book, so because it is his ship, it's not ours.
And he is scattering down now with that paperwork. You can see he's a little nervous. He's not quite looking up at this guy. Anybody want to give me a history check?
Definitely. I was just about to ask as well. Nice.
Sheesh.
Oh.
No way. I'll just roll for the heck of it too. Okay.
No way.
Nice.
Everybody came today really wanting to know stuff. They were reading books on the area on the way. So again, the order that he's a part of here is a very highly respected position amongst all the Eldara's forces. These warriors, now they're only after they're trained hard to even see if they're worthy, are they eventually taken to the one mountain that falls under the domain of Hadringd, the Einherjar Mountain, where they must then track a mother griffin, who are the largest of the griffins, slay them, and take their eggs. And then when those eggs hatch, no matter how many they found, they raise them until they form a bond with one, and then release the others back into nature. They're well known for many things, proficient with all weapons, but it's their skills and a particularly devastating legendary ability they all have with the javelin that they're truly legendary for.
I love
You all know
they are so dope.
standing before you, though, is no mere soldier. Odd to see him out here on patrol as he is. This is actually the second in command to the entire force here, Lieutenant General Starcad Brunhill.
TCC's Finbar.
The captain is handing the paperwork there, and he's looking through it. Looks up towards the flag there. So you all have spoken with the king then, to have such a sought after banner there. Hands the papers back to the captain, who still avoids all eye contact and makes his way back up, puts one of his other guys over on the wheel, and then heads into his cabin. You guys can see him peeking out from the curtain a little bit later. Well, suppose all things are in order. Now, of course, you know you cannot.
Sorry to interrupt. While he's reviewing that paperwork, I have a quick aside question to Finbar and TC, who seem to know a lot more about this than I do. Are these Skywreckers? Are they? Do they swear allegiance to Eldara, or do they swear allegiance to Hadringd?
It's a really nice question. That
Yeah, it's a really good one.
So they are part of the forces of the Hadringd region. It's kind of, one of the things that the place is legendary for, training these particular warriors. They're like Valkyries. But they are, of course, supposed to be loyal specifically to Eldara as a whole. This one is particularly legendary for being a man of justice, a fair person. It's supposed to be considered somewhat of a hero, as is his actual boss, the General Goran Dulfnam.
they are basically heroes of Eldara, the whole region. I mean, they have a really intense training, and not everyone can achieve anything like this.
Yes, it's a daunting task, but with justice in your heart, then it's worth it. And what about you, little knight? You look rather fit. Meanwhile, your bones are still aching, still got a bit of a shiver, although look as though you're trembling a little bit.
It's just that I'm a little bit nervous about your presence, sir. I heard a lot of stories when I was little about your order,
Yes.
and I
The
always...
general himself, probably most of the stories you've heard. Unfortunately, all I can do is follow in the shadow of his old legends, but I do what I can to make my own. These days, it seems like somebody has to. But anyways, so you have the paperwork, but what is your men's business in this region of the world? We don't get many visitors with the war so close.
I'm the one guarding the ship. I don't know anything about the business that we're going to do here.
Well, I appreciate your time then. So, who here can tell me what your business in Hadringd is?
We're here as representatives of Congo Red Shields to maintain the peace that has existed between the jarls since his crowning.
Yes. Well, if you say so. Suppose we can make sure you all get where you're going. Do you intend to make your way directly into town, which, keep in mind, such a vessel will not be allowed beyond the gates. And if you were to try to fly it overhead, be assured they would likely fire before they ask any questions.
We would actually appreciate being new to the area. We would appreciate your advice and guidance on where best to land an airship.
Well, if you want to stay safe, best place is probably about 1,000 miles or so back that way, south. But I assume that's not the question, so anywhere on the hillsides, I would go to the east end. The west is much more likely to be attacked. Unfortunately, probably hold back most of the forces at the walls. Keep in mind, smaller groups do tend to get through from time to time. Their attacks they're normally quickly ended, but they can do a lot of damage before we can get people there to take care of it. So just be on alert as long as you are in this region.
So you say the Calrathians have reached the city walls?
No, the bulk of their forces still have yet to make it past the wall cities. They do from time to time. Unfortunately, we can't be everywhere all at once, so occasionally smaller groups, no more than 10, the most has been 20 or so, have made it through by cover of night, moving in secret and eventually stage some attack. No real possibility of them holding any positions with such a meager group, but we believe that it is simply to sow fear in the people, make them think that they are not safe here, which with some of the decisions that are being made lately, I honestly can't blame them for feeling such a way, but they are safer here than anywhere else further to the north, or the west for that matter.
Our mission and charter is as observers, but there's nothing holding us back from reporting should you or the Skywreckers or the Jarl decide or need additional support from your peers and friends around Eldara. Is there some great need that your land faces or this province faces that we might ask the Conger for on your behalf?
He looks around. Steps over towards the edge of the ship, waves a hand. The other griffins, they pull off on either side of the ship, breaking off there. His griffin flies over, actually lands on the deck. You can see a number of the deckhands jumping out of the way there as it walks over, lays down right in the center. Is there somewhere more private that we can speak then?
There is. I appreciate your insights and reading between the lines. Captain, may we use your quarters?
And he comes walking out there, pulling his hat halfway down, covering half the top. He says, "Oh, all right, do whatever you need." And he just walks on by and gets heading down to the lower parts of the ship there. The Wrecker looks at him kind of suspiciously and walks past, having to lean down a little bit to get to the door frame, heading into the room there.
And I'll do a head nod for at least Finvar. And I know it's tight quarters, so Ira and Ragnar probably won't be able to join us, but for Finvar and TC to join this conversation.
The guard. You mean the guard to join us is he your group's guard or is he the ship's guard? Is he here to guard the door? Oh, is he here to guard the door? Got it. Is he trustworthy?
He's more than a guard.
So no. He looks at you, kind of suspiciously there, Finvar, and goes and sits down.
Jasper, you blow up my cover.
So
I
Anything
mean,
about me?
I'm so sorry for telling you a lie, but I knew you guys don't like adventurers like me, so I don't know.
I like anybody who's doing good for the world. Although, walking around lying to the authorities is a little questionable. But
I have
now,
the
on to
utmost
other matters.
respect.
What the hell is this thing? He leans down, pokes at TC a little bit. Some kind of toy. He grabs to kind of pick you up and turn you over.
Get
It's
your
a-
hands off me!
Is it, oh. Strange
Careful,
toy.
It blows up.
Please end it.
Lieutenant General, he is a sentient being. He is an automaton, but has autonomy, and he is part of our team.
Well, I
touch me
suppose
like
I've
that
seen
again.
stranger company somewhere, maybe. Well, here's the thing. I'm honestly only discussing this with you out of some hint of desperation on my side at this point. You all clearly have some connection to the king. Paperwork clarifies that, as does your banner. I've tried addressing some of these things through my own higher-ups. Not just the general, but the jarl himself. Well, dare I say, and if this were to get beyond this room, and my name involved in it, unfortunately I would have no choice but to deny. But I fear that the general has lost, let's say, a step or two. Combine that with a absolutely fanatical allegiance to the jarl. Well, I fear that there's something happening in my home that I am both unwilling to be a part of, yet at the same time, my oaths cannot be just simply tossed aside. If my brothers ride, I must ride with them, but I fear when we arrive at our destination, what I may have to do if I feel that our actions or our orders are unjust. So please, tell me, because I know that the king would not simply send a group of random adventurers here simply to observe. I too understand there's big things at play. Something going on between the king and the jarl. I've not been able to quite cipher it out, but there's certainly been some kind of shift.
Well, if you want to know anything about this, about our side, you have to also swear that this won't go into your general or anyone else. I mean,
He-
we are already compromised, but
Stands
this-
up, pulls a sword from its sheath, places it over his heart, sets it on the table and puts his hand on it. I swear, so long as there is no ill intent against my home and those I am sworn to protect, whatever the word is, it shall be kept between those who speak it and those who hear it.
I love this man. Okay, what do you want to know?
Why has the king truly sent you all here? Not just to observe.
I'm going
But
to
with some
look at
objective.
Jasper, like with the final confirmation that this is okay to talk with him.
Aren't you gonna do the thing you did to me to him? You
What
didn't
thing?
trust me.
What are you saying?
Did all a little wooey wooey on me. And try to see if I had good intentions.
No. Did you? Okay, I know you are a robot, but he's draw his sword and put it on his chest. That's a sign of respect.
I can
And
do that too, and I pulled the revolver, put it on my chest, and put it on the table.
no. But he has a pet griffin out there. Okay, he's a hero. He has honor, and he is respected. That's why I'm going to
Gust of
hear
wind
him.
and the griffin goes flying. Like it's
Okay, we are adults talking here. Okay, sit down and watch the show. Okay.
Why? While
He
those two
looks
are
towards-
bickering. I'll-
Yeah, he looks
I'll
over to
turn-
Jasper. Are they often like this?
Well, yes. The stereotype of adventurers being of the people and for the people and not so interested in the leadership of the land unfortunately holds true for us. While we may fly under the Conger's banner and have a charter on his behalf written in ink, we are more interested in whether or not the people of the land are safe. So, simply put, we are here to see if the actions of its leaders may jeopardize the people, whether that be from Calrathian invaders or whether that be from fractious, rebellious leaders. We're more interested in the people.
We're tracking down some heavy machinery. We
yeah,
talked
like this
about,
thing, and I pointed down. Where are they making these?
like that thing. Yeah,
Straight
but
to the point.
bigger,
Looks
on
at
mass,
it. Mhm.
really easy to handle. It doesn't take any practice to master it.
He doesn't know he's talking about. He's never used one.
It's a really dangerous weapon that can be handed to either side. So we are.
He's right about that, but he hasn't used it.
Yes. I've seen
Could you
them.
shut up, okay?
The new warriors take them. Although, it sours my mouth to refer to them as warriors. A coward's weapon. Clunky.
I would say you watch your
Powerful.
tongue. You talk about my creator. Now you hush.
If your creator
That's-
uses such a thing, then he is lacking in honor.
Well, if he were here, he would say 1v1 me, bro.
I don't know what that means, little automaton.
That's because I'm smarter than you.
All right, TC, I appreciate the input. But this, he's an ally.
Well, yes. They've been shipping these out. Seems they move slowly. They don't get out there very quickly, so they have not spread very far. But what examples of it I have seen? They are both devastating, but if you ask me, ineffective. If they hit, very powerful. But if they miss, why, it takes them some time to reload those. You ask where they come from. That I have not been able to find. Nor have I heard any information about it. It seems that the jarl is playing that quite close to the chest.
So, do you think there's a connection here? Maybe he went off board as he get hold of this arsenal. Maybe. I have seen it use it, and I think it's really effective on untrained people, and.
And that's exactly what I fear, and why I hate calling them warriors, but he insists upon it. These are not people who are trained with even what they hold. Perhaps in the hands, he looks over towards TC1, of someone with a little more experience, there might be
Right.
a better way to go about it. Instead, what we have cavemen running around swinging very powerful clubs. Clubs they're not ready for. Untrained, unskilled, unprofessional, and, you ask me, unhonorable.
Anything that doesn't require you to look into the eyes that of the one that you kill is dishonorable, and that weapon is also too.
And then he looks at the javelin attached to your side there, and, well, there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of a situation there. In battle, we must understand that it is not always about the best, most honorable way to do it. But we must be smart. We do not. My fear there is not so much about it being used against the enemy. It's about what happens when you feel it in the hands of thousands of cowards and then turn it in on the people.
I mean, a warrior must be strong in mind and in body, and if he doesn't,
And Billy.
and belly, yeah, also. But what if the jarl defeats the enemy and the warrants? What happens with all these weapons lying around? Do you
That is
think
what
that
I fear the most.
they're going to stay still? Because I don't think so.
They would be
Unlikely.
collected.
By whom? By this kingdom?
There's a reason I am TC 1.
Hold on. There's more of you lying around?
Not yet.
No way. No way, no way. You're saying we
Do
could
they often
find...
speak in riddles?
To ones that understand, yes.
I didn't understand that.
Another
Look.
So,
I was designed for a purpose. My purpose was to collect these and dispose of them.
well,
Now, there's one of me now. Where's TC2? TC3? 4? 999,999?
Just
Like-
one single, I mean, small detail, but are you saying Torin made each one of you to pick one weapon and you're picking it and you're not disposing of it?
No. We'll pick up as many as we can or melt them down.
But you already have one. Why didn't you dispose it and throw it offboard?
Because I'm using it
Now?
now.
Okay.
I have no
okay.
intention on simply melting them down. I want to find where they are being made, and
So you can use them.
in my dreams, honestly, destroy them. But it is not that simple, as I said. To simply move against the jarl would be a betrayal on my part that I cannot take part in. Simply because of my own fears, my concerns. Which is why what I can do is offer you all whatever information you might need. I cannot tell you the exact location of any of the military units. Such information is not mine to share, but I do get somewhat of a channel. Some of the whispers of what the other higher-ups are doing. Although that is somewhat diminished at the moment, I'm afraid. There is a reason I'm out here on patrol instead of organizing more raids on the front lines.
Well, Jasper, can I ask this man a question? Have you heard the name Sam West? Or have you seen a man that looks like this? And I'll use disguise self and mirror Sam West's image based off of what Torrent has implemented into TC1.
No, I've never seen such a man. Is this the one making these weapons?
He possesses the initial knowledge. And he was stolen. Captured.
Well, I have no information on him now, but I do still have some connections willing to speak with me. Perhaps if you at least get an idea about where he might be held, I can start narrowing it down. Do you believe it to be in the city itself?
No.
Honestly, I'm not sure if based off of the scrying, if we know.
And yeah, I was just going to say, describe what Iris saw as far as the warehouse, factory, where Sam West is being held, and then the disposition of the soldiers outside the windows of the factory. So unlikely to be inside the city, more likely to be in a logistical camp.
Yes, it sounds like it. I've tried tracking it down myself, but I fear it's the next to impossible so far. See, they do arrive in the city, but there's unfortunately no delivery, no wagons of any sort to follow back. They arrive by portal whenever a new shipment of them is coming in. Tried sending a man through, hopefully to see which end it comes out at and make his way back to us, but, well, let's just say I'm still waiting on that debriefing.
Would you say that the Sky Racers are compromised about the connection with the Jarl and the Arsenal?
Understand this, Sky Wreckers are never compromised. We do what we must, and we protect the people. But I do fear that with the level of influence, the blind servitude that the General has for the Jarl, there have been some orders which I am quite certain that the General in his younger days would have fought back against, but he seems to just simply let them be, submit to them. I was given such an order, and upon my refusal, me, Lieutenant General, was placed out on patrol. But the men, I'm sure of it, they would not follow such orders themselves if given such a thing. I'd like to think so, but you must understand, some men believe in justice, but when they're unable to discern it for themselves, they tend to appoint others to simply point them in the right direction, and well, then they just go in swinging. I fear those men, when the General, a brave man once, a legend, a hero, when he tells them something needs to be done, why, they will get it done. Those are the ones I'm concerned for.
As much as you spoke of orders, are these written? Or any proof of these? Trust me, I'm not doubting your word, but far be it for a scrappy group of adventurers to meddle in the Jarl's affairs without some sort of proof.
Well, we don't carry our own orders with us. They are written out, given to the General when they come from the Jarl. He assigns a unit or a platoon to the mission, and we go out. But he is supposed to keep some record of the orders. Pretty sure generally to cover his own ass should something happen, but any orders he's gotten that he's handed down, there should be some record of it back in his office. But, well, to put it, well, somewhat bluntly, Einhajar Mountain is no easy task to mount. Although the airship will get you pretty close. But the wild griffins that fly about it might be a problem.
I always have dreamed about having a pet griffin. Is it too hard?
Well, I understand. And it's not really a pet situation. My griffin is no pet at all. She is my companion, honestly. When we go up and we find our eggs and we bond with them, it is, of course, out of duty. So we might have a more powerful tool to serve justice, but I mean, over time they take on bits of your personality. It almost becomes like a sibling in some sense. But yes, it is very hard because this is a particular sibling that the moment they sense weakness or an inability to command in your heart, well, they'll turn on you and pluck it right out of your chest. No matter how deep your bond was before.
Anything else, Jasper? I think we are really well set for going into investigating now.
Actually, Lieutenant General, we could use your strategic vision as the deputy commander of forces here. What is the jarl? There must be some sort of operational planning. What's the trigger or the hinge, the lever that the jarl and the general are looking for? Is it the Calrathians to be driven back? Is it a certain number of these new weapons? What kind of timeline are we looking at?
Well, perhaps it simply ends to push past the gray zone. See, just beyond the wall cities is the gray zone, which from time to time we push through and we take. At other times, they push us back and they retake it. So on and so forth. So far, no true force has made it past the wall cities, but, well, I believe the hope is perhaps if we can get enough of these fools armed with this new weapon, it might give them the advantage they need to make that push, reclaim the area, and maybe even beyond it for once. Personally, I'm not quite sure how long that might take. I have seen units sent to the front lines with this device, and, well, let's just say I've seen as many explode in their own faces as they have cleared out a field.
Olaf. Sorry.
But if he eventually gets enough to push through, why, shows such superiority on the battlefield that perhaps even the Calrathians withdraw and pull back, end their assault. Well, with such a force, who knows, he may decide to... Of course, he would need the blessing of the king and the other lords to do so. Perhaps we continue pushing into Calrathia. I do not agree with this. I think it is just as unjust as their invasion, but not quite my pay grade, honestly. I give what input I can, but at the end of the day, the general still has the say there.
I have a question.
Aye.
Does it rain in Calrathia? Often?
Rarely. It's not the most common of things, but it does come from time to time.
Only reason to say that, these things don't work well in the rain or when they're wet. Fun fact.
Well, I don't think they'll have much of that problem here, but it does kick up occasionally. Perhaps all we need is one good storm and the problem will solve itself, yes?
Well, one
only
good
they'd work
storm
that
could
way.
halt your entire push.
Alright,
That's all.
well. I suppose that I best be on my way. I don't want my men getting too suspicious about our private audience for too long. They are good men, but at this point I can never be sure exactly where everyone's loyalties lie. If
Take off my gauntlet to shake his hand.
he removes his, reaches over and does the same. A firm grip there, but a very respectful shake to it. Not trying to squeeze and you know, flex and act extra, just very nice, friendly. He pulls it away, turns to the rest of the group there. Well, you all are colorful to say the least, but it is good to know that there are others making their way into the area to try to do something, because I'll tell you, something is quite sour in these lands at the moment. And I do hope that we can do something about that.
We could make it sweeter.
Yes, perhaps. If you send word for me, and he scribbles down kind of where his office is back in the mountain, if possible, I would recommend encoding it. At this point, the general has become, well, he hides it quite well, but I know the man quite well as well. And he has become quite paranoid. I think he may be reading mail as it comes in, so. If you do send anything, encryption is best.
We'll
Okay.
make sure to do that, but more likely you may receive a magical sending from me.
Excellent. Well, I should be off. And he goes over, stands up, walks out the door there and over to the edge, calls back, Farah. The griffin stands, spreads its wings, leaps over. He doesn't really mount it. He kind of leaps off. It leaps behind him, and a moment later, flies back up. The other ones break off from the ship and go following him. He rides back over again, pulls his sword and holds it up, puts it away.
I can't believe how cool they are in person, really.
I should call them Red Squadron.
What?
Nothing.
Call them by their name, okay? Have a little respect for everyone here.
Yeah. Gold leader.
Wrong universe.
What do you call me?
Yeah, right.
Why you call me?
And so, as they're pulling off, the ship, now closer just on the outskirts of Hadringd, starts descending down toward the rocky hills. That is where we're going to take... Oh, hold on. I did move and update the map here. Good. Just want to make sure we got that there. And it sets down. And that's where we're going to go ahead, take a quick break. When we come back, make sure you stick around. Assuming that I don't lose my voice between now and then, because it's already getting rough, y'all. Then we're going to go ahead and get the hot take in when we get back. And then we will get back into the session. Thank everybody for coming through. Rachel, if you're still there, we're all rooting for you. You can beat this thing. Hope you're feeling better And Plam, I don't know where you are, man, but thanks for coming through. And we'll be right back. BRB. All right, everybody. We are coming back with it. Hope you enjoyed that little break there. Thanks everybody for sticking around. Just a quick shout out. Of course, this is session 43. Make sure you go over. You can check out any of the recaps over on my TikTok there, which you should definitely go check out. I just had my biggest video so far. So many likes, so many views. It's always very nice. Go check that out. Of course, it's one of the meme ones and not my super original stuff, but whatever. I appreciate the eyeballs, so go over and check that out. You can also go over if you want to get caught up on the full campaign. Head over to YouTube. There should be a link down below there as well, and you can see everything from session 1 up to right now session 41. I didn't get session 42 up there yet, so that will be up there along with this session in the next couple of days. I promise it'll get done. But yeah, other than that, you already know what time it is. Gonna see if we can shake. I don't think we're gonna shake too many feathers tonight, because I don't think this is. But this is my hot take, right? Because I know this is just gonna be for specific people, specific tables out there, that this is gonna ruffle their feathers. So this week's hot take is a crit fail does not have to have extra punishment to it. It doesn't need it. It already sucks to fail. Why are you making things worse? Listen. I get it, man. I rolled a 1. It means I definitely, no matter what, doesn't matter what those extra numbers, plus, minus, whatever, doesn't matter what they're doing. I do not get to hit that thing. I don't get to hit that person. It doesn't work. But when you take my character and now you've made me silly and I'm no longer a hero, I'm a jackass, because then I drop my sword or some crazy stuff like that. Those really over-the-top kind of punishments to add on top of it. It's a personal thing. I know probably someone out there enjoys it, adds a little bit of extra something. I don't like it. I can't stand it. I think it kind of takes away some of the fantasy of your character being this like badass. I like moments like that, silly things, and kind of more laid-back moments and stuff. You know, we had the festival not that long ago. That's a good time for those kind of hijinks and stuff like that. But to me, it's like when the combat starts, they lock in. They're heroes, you know, unless they're specifically trying to do something silly. I'm not going to put the silly on them, you know. And to even bring it up a notch, the ones that I really get under my skin are the ones where it's not just that you fail. It's not just something silly, but then they pull out that D100. You all know the fucking one that I'm talking about. And it's normally black or it's like silver metal. And they love rolling it, and they have a whole chart laid out of ways to make you hate yourself. Because then all of a sudden there's something. Look, hold on. Look. Put it back up there. See? And what color is it? What did I say? Black. Exactly. So, just like I said, they pull that out, they roll it, and then it's not bad enough that you failed and they made your character look silly, but now also a meteor hit just beside you, or all of a sudden the whole place bursts into flames, or all of the enemies have doubled, or suddenly there's a dragon. And sometimes it's so out of place, like it just doesn't make any sense in what's going on there. It's just something bad happened. Maybe explain with like wild magic or something. I just don't like it. Listen, if you like it, if everybody at the table is into it, no hate on y'all. Enjoy it, right? Have fun with it. Do all that. But for me, extra punishments and all that on top of like failing, having that crit fail, it's a downer. It's a downer for me. But that's all I'm going to say about it. So let's bring in the group in case we have any you disagree. Maybe y'all enjoy it. What do y'all think about that? Crit fails, extra bad stuff. What do you think?
I mean, I agree. I think only allowed if the player themselves like start portraying what happens to them when they crit fail, then maybe you can let it happen at that point.
There you go. And sometimes that can happen, right? Where it's like, oh, you rolled a critical. Oh, so you swing and you miss, and he's like, and then I think I'd probably drop my weapon like that if I missed that bad. And like, cool, you can add that in there if you want to, right? Because just a little mess up, you're adding that in there for your character. I don't want to make you look silly though. It's not my thing.
Let them make them look silly.
Yes.
The other thing to consider is party balance. Some characters who have a lot of attack rolls will suffer crit fumbles more often than a character who rarely rolls an attack roll.
Martial compared to spellcasters.
Martial versus caster.
That's a great point too, because you know, a lot of spellcasts, especially when you're getting higher levels, you know, maybe not like warlocks and stuff who are mainly like relying on cantrips for the most part, but wizards, sorcerers, all that. If a lot of your bigger spells are doing saves instead of those attack rolls, then it's a punishment that is there that you kind of just don't have to worry about. But if you want to play a fighter who has all these swings, now there's an extra punishment that's really just leaned towards you. So yeah, that's a great point. I didn't even really think of, but yeah. So there you go. Hand it down from the crew themselves. We agree. No extra negative results on a crit fail. It's bad enough to fail. You already failed. It means you definitely fail. You don't have to kick them while they're down. Stop kicking people while they're down. Anyways, that's it. That's a soapbox for this evening. So now we're gonna get back into things here. I think got all misaligned. There we go. All right. Now, where we left off, they had just taken off. You all are approaching the city here. But what do you all intend to do?
As we land, Jasper would like to cast a spell.
And what spell is Jasper casting?
I'm looking for an easy button, so he'll do it kind of out of the way of the sailors, because it needs to be in a place where I'm not jostled, but other folks can be there, party members. I'm casting divination, so I've got the Taroka cards out and the incense bowl going, and I ask TC, do you still have, or who has, maybe I have it, the crystal, the amethyst crystal with the disciple in it? Is that
This
you
thing,
or me?
and then he puts his finger out and like the lid pops open, the crystal's sitting in his finger.
Can I borrow that for a moment?
Sure. He just tips it over into your hand.
So using the amethyst crystal with the disciple's soul in it as the focus for the divination spell, I'd like to reach out to Caleb to ask a question beyond the planes.
All right. So, get it all together. Start casting the spell and making that connection to the weave and the things beyond. What is the question?
Where exactly, in terms of geographic references, direction, and distance, is the factory where Sam West is being held?
And I believe that spell gives you the option to it might give you a straight answer, might come in a
rhyme.
Or a riddle, something like that.
I'd say we are trying to reach the factory. The question is, where is it located?
I would figure y'all'd have me trying to do poetry slams here on the on the spot.
Yeah, the limericks were last session.
Yeah, right. So it comes back to you, not the exact coordinates, but with a kind of rhyming. Not so much spoken, but see nearby scrap of paper etched onto it. It says, under wet terrain where there's art but no paths. The middle of the wall, but through Hadringd you will pass.
If I have that right, under wet terrain where there is art but no paths, the middle of the wall but through Hadringd you will pass.
Correct. With that, as it does, the lights all flicker back brighter as you disconnect from the weave. What are y'all doing? What's the next step?
Share
Where
the-
are you?
Yeah, share the mystic note. As the incense fades and the Taroka cards, I'd start to pick them up again. I'll pass the note to Finvar and TC and see if they can make any heads or tails out of this while I gather my divination knowledge.
I mean, my riddle solving isn't my best thing, but what about you, D1C?
If you guys are
DC1?
trying to look through it, go ahead and give me, first off, give me a history check.
T1C.
2-1-6. Tick.
Tick. We rolled crap. 15.
Uh,
15.
History?
History.
Nice.
So, who rolled the highest?
Me.
I'm gonna use my reaction and give Finvar a flash of genius, which adds a +5 to the ability check.
What?
Beauty.
I have 21 on a history check. Again, I mean, everybody's. Sorry,
Alright.
what I am exactly rolling for history here?
So yours is 21. So you recall reading through it, it's talking about the wall. Now, this being a very militarized area, there's walls everywhere, but what generally was referred to as the wall here are the 3 cities along the borders between Eldara and Calrathia. Veg, Vagel, Vegr. Now, all of you are aware of the term of the wall itself, but Finvar happens to know just a little bit more about them. These places themselves, Veg and Vegr, are about what you would expect. Heavily militarized, heavily fortified. It's where most of the soldiers go and meet up before heading out, and where they regroup in between combat, fights, battles. Vagel, on the other hand, a bit different. Some military action there, though rather limited. It is basically the only place in this region where art is really a priority. The people there focus on it. They care about it. They study all those things. The mindset here being that, sure, it's fine to have such a place, but should Veg or Vegr ever fall, Vagel would of course be the first place to go with it. So they get their art so long as the wall stands strong.
The last one?
Last one what?
There are 3 cities in the world, right?
Yeah, Veg and Vegger are the military ones. Vagel
Okay.
is the place. It's kind of the Athens of the area, if you will.
Okay, so the ones in the other side are the militarized.
Correct. No idea how y'all keep on descending. Oh, there it goes.
I was trying to ping it, but it moved.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys know about the wall in the north, but I in the riddle it's someone mentioned something about art. I think Bagel was a city of fine arts, basically. Maybe that's a place that the spell pointed to. In the middle of the wall also, yeah.
That's good. I'm not sure what it means by art, but no paths.
It's art, no pass.
And then under wet terrain. Maybe it's near a waterfall.
Oh, maybe the river near Bagel?
There is a river there,
But there's no paths leading to the waterfall.
probably.
But
Maybe.
Hadringd will pass, so we'll pass Hadringd.
What if Hadringd's the name of the river?
Is
I
that
don't
the
know.
name of the river?
What? What you say?
Is that the name of the river?
Indeed?
I don't know.
Me neither. I mean, I was just asking.
It is not.
Well, we know where we have to go investigating, right? But that's
Question.
a long place from here, right?
Go ahead,
Don't
TC.
think we can fly. Is Hadringd considered this whole area here with those walls?
So, the whole region, it is the region of Hadringd, but Hadringd itself is kind of like with any of the other areas, they kind of all fall under the banner of the capital city. But each individual city is its own place too.
Maybe what the riddle says is that it is on the other side of the wall.
Because we have to pass all the terrain. Yeah, could be. Well, Jasper, what do you think about your own spell? Because we haven't let you talk a bit.
If needed.
One thing I don't like about Kalen, and I'm no worshiper, so I'm not sure if I stand with him or against him in this regard, but I'm not a fan of secrets and riddles. I prefer things straight and up front. But here's the bottom line for me is, TC, I agree with you. I don't think we can fly, especially since the forces of Calrathia, we would be crossing the gray zone, which is some sort of militarized zone west of Hadringd, leading to the wall. DM, quick question, just to be clear, the wall, those 3 cities, are they Calrathian or Eldarin?
Those 3 cities are Eldarin.
Okay.
You muted.
Sorry, thanks. Those 3 cities are obviously surrounded by, or at least infiltrated by Calrathian forces. So you're right. We cannot fly. We would have to fly, walk, or take the boat. We would have to travel ourselves. Go ahead.
We could go on elk.
We could go on an elk. Yes.
Sorry, I'm just. I mean, the thing is, it was really bothering me is what we are flying with this massive ship and we are so visible. We should stay low, right? And try to not draw so many attention towards us, because basically we are on infiltration mission. So
Yeah.
what do you think?
What's the time? What day is it?
What's that?
What time of day is it?
At this point, you guys are just a little bit into the afternoon.
Okay. So we could hire a guide to get us through. We could ask the lieutenant general if he can spare one of his soldiers to guide us through, or we can find our own way.
I mean, well, we are quite capable, right? We could go our own way, and that's it. We are, I mean, not for putting us high, but we are envoyees of the king, really.
Mm.
We shouldn't be asking for help for anyone.
That's fair. Finbar, you seem to know the most about this area. How far is it on foot from Hadringd to Vagel?
Is it exactly? I don't know. But DM? Another 20-year-old on the check.
Roughly, just depending on pace and everything, it can take you anywhere from, week up to 2, just depending on the conditions and what interferes with you between there and there.
It's a little bit rough of a travel, but more or less a week to get to Bagel.
A week by foot.
Yeah,
Then it would
but-
be 3 to 4 days when flying.
or 5 to 6 by elk, which is less visible.
Or 10 seconds if you go through the portal.
What portal? What are you
Where is
talking
the
about?
portal?
As far as you guys know, somewhere in Hadringd.
I
You
mean,
either spend a week traveling, gives them a week longer to make more of these weapons.
are you really
Or-
concerned about time here? You are a robot. You don't age, really.
Calculating the time it takes to make the firearms and the
Right.
time it
We
takes for
go.
us to travel there, it means the more weapons that could be made during that time. So the longer it will take, the more that we have to clean up.
But are you including the risk factor here? But like we could explode the entire factory, or maybe
Explode?
have every gun of the factory pointed at us. Well, when we go there.
Actually, we don't actually need to walk through the portal in disguise. I can make us all invisible.
See?
But they could also have detection magic, right?
They could.
Like we use.
According to the lieutenant, they're half-trained soldiers.
And the king was really paranoid also, so I wouldn't play by the rules here.
But it's a general at the factories.
Hold on, guys. You know the guerrilla tactics? Like we're going to cover up our scent. We're going to train to gather the terrain first, and then we act. Not the other thing around, right?
Well, with Jasper's invisibility, and you said you had some way of pass without trace, they know we're there.
I mean, if we are
Ian's
passing
taking
through a
notes.
portal, we are definitely taking some magical footprint, right, Jasper? Or is it?
If I'm
possible?
not mistaken, Torn left this thingy called a well that said could just jettison us to a different plane of existence if we needed.
Hey, Torn is right. although we can't control it at this point. So that would be a method of last resort to escape danger, I think.
I don't know what's that, but yeah, I think like Jasper.
I'm not averse to the portal. I think it's a good idea from a time standpoint. I just would want us to be absolutely prepared before we go. So I would need a rest.
One night is better than a week.
I mean, I don't know.
What? Speak your mind, Findor.
I mean, I'm trying to tread carefully into this, you know, because we are three. Well, I'm counting you as half, okay? 2.5 here of the party.
Is that a short joke?
Kind of. More like a metal point of view, okay? Not meat and bone.
All I have to do is throw a hand bone through the portal and you fall right through.
I'm not that easily deceived, okay? I mean, maybe, but the point is, okay, we are not in the position to make a really dangerous tome of actions. So I think it's best to, I don't know, go more strategically and not blow things up of attention here, because we are not required today to rescue Sam. We could gather some information and then come back with the group to finish up the job.
So, said plainly, what are you advocating, Findar?
The thing is, taking the portal to me seems very risky because the other guy that went there didn't came around, so it's dangerous. So we go there by foot, magic, I don't care, but and then scout first the outlines of this arsenal to see the size of it, to see if it's really that this problematic or it's
The one downside is we don't know where exactly that is. The portal is more direct and take us straight there. If we traveled there, we would probably spend a lot of time trying to figure out where this thing's located. So we either, I mean, I get your point. Strength in numbers. But also we probably would never find it if we go there.
I mean, what I am saying, we should go to the portal and that's it, right?
I'm just throwing like a alternative to it. We can.
I
we
mean,
can go there. Yeah.
What if we get caught, right? The captain. Oh, that's it. I got an idea. The thing is, the colonel. I don't know his name, but the one that we talked to.
The Lieutenant General?
We could talk to him before going into the portal and saying that if we don't come back in the next, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, that he should get into this immediately as possible. And then if we don't get out of it, at least someone else has the course of action to find us and to really realize what is happening here and get to the bottom of it. What do you think?
What do you think, Jasper?
I think that's actually a great idea to let him know that we're going there. I can send him a magical message that tells him we're going there, and then tell him if he doesn't hear from us give us 12 hours. If he doesn't hear from me again, then he knows that we've failed or been captured, or something has happened to us.
Well, doesn't the portal work both ways?
It supposedly, but the other thing is, I think it would save us time searching for the portal itself by just asking him where it is.
That too.
So we could move this thing along.
And if it does get all go haywire, just go back to.
That's. I think it's going to be easier said than done, but yeah.
Agreed.
So first we rest, and then we move.
Sounds good to me. Let's. Do you want to find an inn in the city, or do you want to rest in the airship?
I don't know. Seeing this place is so hostile, I would prefer to stay in the ship. But as you like, I'm on it for the new experiences.
I can keep watch. I don't have to sleep.
Oh, that's
I just
handy.
power down and I can see things.
Do you have like an alarm button or something?
I can just wake up if I see anything.
Oh, that's cool.
What about a snooze button?
Before we decide whether to move into the city, because the portal may not even be in the city, maybe somewhere else in another logistical camp outside the city. I'm going to cast Sending and send a message to Lieutenant General Starkad Brunhild. And I'll say, Moonblades will enter portal to find weapons. If we don't return in 12 hours, something's wrong. Where is the portal? You can respond. That's 23 words. So good.
Okay.
Two message, yep. I'm no jester, by the way.
Be wary, adventurers. Portal heavily guarded. Located at Old Temple, west of Capitol Building. Again, heavily guarded.
I'll relay that to the party and say, you may change your mind.
Well, maybe
Or-
the guard never made it through the portal. Maybe they just got caught before going into it.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
if it did something, it got my attention more. Because we could be stealthily around guards, but around magic that detect us, that's another thing. So I think it's an easier task to dissuade the guards.
Yeah,
We-
they can take
We
care
could
of
always
that.
look at this old temple, and if we find it's too difficult, then we can always leave. Maybe.
They're going to turn away representatives of the king.
That's also right. We could go like into cover, but we
Or
are
just beat
only.
their face in.
Sorry.
We can just beat their face in and walk through it after we defeated them.
You're talking like you just could do something like that, but hold on. Are you saying you can fight? Let's keep that the last resort, okay? I mean
You
the
can barely
last
see-
the
you can see,
last
like, the
last
metal just-
resort.
Just a little bit.
This thing is creepy as hell, by the way. But we try first the stealthy way, and then if things,
In explosions.
then not next. Okay, that's not the plan 2. It's the plan B. In case the plan A
A.
fails.
The isn't that number 2?
No. No. That's B, the second letter of the alphabet.
So then the only question to be answered is, do we go take a look at this old temple west of the Capitol building this evening under cover of darkness, or do we go first thing in the morning as potential representatives of the combat?
We could do both, right?
Well, if we scout now, it can change the next day.
Or not?
The reason I'm saying is I need a rest to change my arcane abilities for some sort of infiltration mission, but that would put us close to midnight.
I mean, if you want, I can take a look, not go into anything, but simply pass around and see what's up to everything. If it's guarded by outside, how big it is, how many entrances does it have,
Sure.
and after you change your spells, I come back and we go all together.
Yeah, I could change some of mine too.
Oh, so you don't want to come with me? I was going to offer you coming with me
I'll
in the
come with
recon.
you.
You do?
Yeah, for plan B, right?
Ah, no. For that, stay here.
Okay.
You're like the cavalry charge, just in case.
I was hoping for a Luke and Yoda moment where Finbar's running around with TC1 on his back.
Yeah.
I'll come with you.
Yes, give
I'll
it to
take the
me.
plan. I'll take the first plan.
Okay. And we can look a bit.
Good. All right, I'll take this time while you guys are off to research look through my spellbook.
All right. So, as the ship does finally settle down somewhere and you all get off of there, it's not too far, about a 20-minute hike from where it was safe to land to the actual city proper. Are you guys taking horses? Are you going on foot? What's the plan there?
I'm going on foot, and I don't know it's the C1. Well, how are you going?
I can fly,
All right.
What?
so I'll hover with you
Like,
at your pace. Yeah,
how big are you?
I like 4 foot. That's small.
He's a little fella.
Hold on, I'm going to look traduction to meters.
Oh,
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
Not too
yeah,
bad.
was it like,
Okay.
like 1.5?
yeah, 1 1/4.
Yeah,
Like
1
a small
meters, something like
children.
that.
Okay.
So you all getting off the ship there, taking some time and walking towards the town now. You do see more people out here than you do anywhere traveling over the open lands, aside from groups of soldiers marching here or there. But here closer, what you see are refugees and a lot of injured soldiers, all being brought back to the capital for recovery before eventually going back out on the front lines there. Walking through, it's almost looks like the aftermath of a battle itself. People laying about injured, more people than there are places to keep them, honestly. And it doesn't seem to be much, if any, place in town where that's not the case. Walking through the gates, looking over at a lot of you. No issue getting through. The gates themselves are wide open for those coming and going. You can see the town itself, the walls, stone and built high. A lot of the buildings on the inside, they actually start off lower when you first enter and all seem to almost cone in towards the center where the Capitol building stands. And that's where you all are heading, towards the Capitol, looking for...
I'm going to first reach out to see one T1C. Say, be careful here because where there's war, there's famine, and where there's famine, there's thieves. So be careful with what you have inside, well, on you, because you don't want to upset Dorin for anything you lose. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Heading further in towards the center there, as you get deeper in, less of the injured bodies, still a lot of open streets, people sitting sick on the side of the road. One walks up to you, an old woman, bandaged across the face, looking rather sickly with boils on her neck. A little open cup there. She shakes to you. You can hear the little coin at the bottom, asking for coin, begging as you all pass by.
I'm going to drop some coins
Drop a coin in her cup or on the ground there?
in the cup. I'm going to
In the
drop
cup. You drop a
5
coin.
gold
And a moment
coins.
later, another one walks over to you. Then you can see them all moving in from either side of the street, moving in towards you. Kind sir, generous sir. Oh, he's so generous, sir. Oh, such a good one. Hey,
They need
I'm so hungry. I haven't seen my mommy. So
I'm going to-
generous, sir.
to grab a big chunk of gold from my bag, and I'm going to now throw it onto the ground to be picked by the people.
And when you do, they all start running towards it. The old woman, you would put the coins in the cup, they knock her out the way, she falls over, her cup rolls out and the coins spill out. More jump on those coins as well. Pretty soon enough, a guard is heading over. Break it up! Break it up!
And now T1C, we get low, and I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on myself. I mean, it's a sphere, so it covers also T1C.
You know they're gonna rip
Easy
each
one.
other apart.
What?
They're gonna rip each other apart for that gold.
I don't care.
All right, and you guys are just kind of trying to slip out of there unnoticed. Then go ahead and give me your stealth check.
Okay, so now I use this. You have a plus 10 to the roll,
23.
and I also have a plus 10.
Nice.
Oh, almost not 20. It's at 32.
Nice.
of
So
stealth.
with that, as the guard starts approaching there, he's first looking off towards the two of you as you're the one tossing the coins, but as the crowd gets thicker there, with more people moving in from some alleys on scene, moving over to try to join this just absolute insanity in the center of the road here. But you all get lost in the crowd. By the time he's seeing through there, you guys are gone. At this point, he's just got the bottom, the hard end, the handle end of his staff there that he's swinging, knocking the different people out of the way. Get out of here! Shooing them off as they finally scurry back, as you guys can see as you're cutting around a corner on scene. And he reaches down, starts picking up handfuls of the coins himself, tosses them in his bag, and starts walking back over, standing back next at his post. Heading in a little further there, you guys start getting to the capital. As you do, see more and more, a lot of these places, these buildings here, you've seen drawings and descriptions of the city from the past, before the war, and it was described such beautiful architecture, such old buildings. One of the places some of the earliest people from these lands had tried to settle, even before the legendary Ragvar had freed the lands from darker times. But now, a lot of its ruins, burnt down, destroyed, torn to shred. New barricades palisades built up, all going in units, military, all moving through the streets at any given time. And eventually you reach the Capitol building, a large fortress at the center of the city here, rising high up, the large staircase that reaches up to the front of it. You guys are heading from the west from there.
Yeah, we. Well, I think I'm the one directing, so we are going to circle the fortress to see if there's another opening without the portal or the staircase. Secondary entrance.
So
If
give me an
there's
investigation
any-
check.
Okay.
Can I help him?
Yes, you can. Matter of fact, I actually want you to make your own investigation
Hey,
check.
man.
Perfect. I'm so bad. Oh, that.
Okay.
20.
So, moving around there, Finvar, you're not seeing any other signs. You're focusing in mostly on the building here. No other signs but another way in. The one staircase leads up. If there are any other passages, they are hidden. But as you guys are moving towards there, TC1 looking off towards the west a little bit. I see sloping down a little bit in a little area there, a ruined building. Small itself, but really little more than 4 walls. Each of that you can see looking to have doors on them. Guards standing out by those doors. And at the top of it, what looks like you can just barely really make it out. It's half destroyed. But a very, very old statue for some shrine to Caleb.
I don't see anything to go into. I mean,
I just turn his head towards that.
oh, I see now. Was a statue? But
To Caleb.
oh, the god of magic.
Knowledge and secrets.
Well, yeah. And you
That
think, you think maybe there's some secret entrance there, or
If I had to guess, if you're gonna hide secrets, might as well hide it underneath the guide of secrets.
makes sense. I mean, could we look more into this like abandoned house or where the statue is?
What is it you're looking for?
I mean, how many guards are there? If there is a door to enter into the building, or is
So-
it only a?
Getting closer to that area there, getting a better kind of view, and it's still sticking to the shadows pretty well held down. It's getting darker now out there, and fortunately your louder, clankier buddy here is floating. It's not making quite as much ruckus as one might normally. But peeking around from where you can see there's a few buildings here. Most of them look all boarded up. One just south of it stands a little bit higher. One of the walls is missing on the second floor, but otherwise pretty well intact but empty. Out in front of it, in the actual shrine itself, has 2 guards standing at each of the doors there for a total of 8. Now again, the building itself is not big at all. 15 feet across in either direction.
What? Help me here, T1, TC1. What could they be hiding here?
My guess. This is like the temple, right? Like that was.
It is.
They said it was a temple, so yeah. My guess would be, this is the temple. of the portal.
Oh, so we have struck gold here.
A portal.
And heavily guarded.
Heavily
But
guarded is in like how many guards
8.
can we see?
8 in total. I mean, I take 6 and you take 2 and that's it.
I didn't say how big the temple was. I said fireball.
Good lord.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. But we should firstly talk to Jasper about this.
I have an
madness.
idea.
An idea?
And I hop down on the ground. And I
Alright.
cast Disguise Self to match the guards.
Hold on. Where are you going?
Oh, nowhere yet.
Okay.
Yet?
1 second. All right, so you're going down. And 1 second. So that as you guys are getting ready to start approaching, or you are there, TC1, rain starts coming down there. I don't think my rain sound is a good one, but whatever. Oh, it works. Rain starts pouring down everywhere, coming in heavy and sudden. As you're approaching it, the men standing there on guard look over you. Their armor is underneath a heavy coat that they wear over. It's just a chest plate, one staff in or one pike in each of their hands. They cross over each other. Who goes there?
I'm the new guy sent in by the general. Told me to come in and take a look at things around here. Make sure everything was up to par to the standards.
Boy, didn't hear such a thing. Haven't
Well-
had any inspections before.
He figured, you know how paranoid he can get. Figured he'd have somebody come take a look at it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Still not good at that. Shit. No advantage for looking like that.
Is the one
No, looking
lucky?
like them is the only reason you don't have disadvantage, honestly.
Okay. So that's 11. I'm gonna use Flash of Genius to make it a 16.
Okay.
Find out the chart, but there it is.
So the general sent you, did he? So I suppose you have the paperwork then.
Of course. I
Oh.
couldn't expect you to read it though. You're just a merely soldier.
Oh.
It's written in a different language, so that way nobody can pick it up and read it easily.
Well, it makes perfect sense. Well, let's say you go and hand it over anyways. We can at least check the stamps, you know, us lowly soldiers here.
All right. Well, if you can read Auroran, then I suggest you can. I guess you can read it, and I'll pull out a piece of sheet paper. It has a bunch of scribblings of Auroran. Means nothing.
Looks over it. Boy, you're right. This is absolutely gibberish to such humble eyes such as myself. But
Yeah.
One thing- oh yes, but one thing that needs no language, good sir, a stamp. So that seems to be missing at the bottom of this here page. Now I'm gonna ask you one time. What are you doing here? And he taps his little pike on the floor there. The other fella pulls the coat aside and lifts one of those very just clunky, but nonetheless intimidating looking weapons there.
You're right, there's no stamp on it. But he did give me one of these and a revolver and pointed at him. Now, where would somebody get one of these made better than what that thing is? Only from what's through that portal, right? That the general told me to inspect?
Boy. What an interesting piece of equipment you have there. No doubt. Give me a persuasion check. Still gonna be a straight roll.
I'm gonna add Flash of Genius again. So 16.
Tell you what. You wait here, and we'll just see about this. He holds on, rolls up paper you handed him, tucks it into his own jacket, and turns back. The other fella is still aiming the weapon at him, but he walks past, opens the door, and steps inside. A couple of moments go by. Pretty soon, the door opens again. 6 more of these men come marching out the door there. The other men from the doors around move around the sides. They all line up in a half circle around you, weapons drawn. The gentleman steps back out. Well,
could I do something?
where are you at? You're not with them right now, so you're kind of back a little bit, watching from around the corner.
Back
What are you
watching
doing?
like from a corner of a building, right? But as I'm
Right.
seeing that everybody's ganging up on him, I'm going to get closer, but not directly announcing myself. Also stealthily to see first if I can enter the building and then exit through the door they are at the moment.
Okay. So, give me another stealth check. A lot of this you can move behind the buildings around where you'll be out of sight. Give you a little bit of clipping right past.
Okay, that's 28.
Plus the 10, 28.
Yeah.
So yeah, slipping around, kind of moving through, hiding behind some of the clotheslines and of the few buildings here that have people squatting in them and dipping around some of the ruins. Coming on the backside there, you can see you have the 2 soldiers that were hiding in the exact opposite door have moved around there to help defend that one, leaving that one exposed.
I want to take a peek into the building. Also, without trying to not make any noise, to see what's inside. Really.
Alright, so slipping over there, opening the door just inside. Looks like, just see whatever there looks like there was at one point something painted onto these walls, mosaics, but looks as if by a sledgehammer has been smashed through, all cracked and crumbled. A little bit of space in the middle, but a spiral staircase that leads down from there. So as you see the staircase leading below, TC1 stands out front, surrounded. These familiar but altered-looking weapons pointed at him. And that's what we're gonna call it for tonight. Gonna leave y'all right there. Think about what you've done.
I think it's a good time to self-destruct. No. Explode yourself.
Oh man, that'll be the shortest character ever, huh? Comes right in, just explodes. They had a session in a third, and then boom.
I like how you guys said, we're just going to look around the outside, scout the outer defenses, and come back. Okay.
See, so it seems he's not so different from
I mean,
Torin, huh? He's got a lot of
I
Torin in
kept to my
there.
word, okay? I kept to my word. That was TC1 doing
Is
the hijackings.
It's like your children. You want them to be better, but there's always a little bit too much of you in there.
Well, they're pointing
least in
at
my
my
experience.
head, which technically isn't my head. So,
Mm.
because I'm small and I'm medium height with them, so they're actually not even really aiming at me. But,
Well, we'll see how that plays out when they pull those
Yeah.
triggers. But
Fire 8 at the same time to you.
yeah. All right. And then had a little bit of weather change there, so I got to remember it is pouring when we get back. But that is going to be it for tonight, everybody. Thank y'all so much. Anybody who came, hung around, and chilled out with us. We're going to see if any of our usual awesome folks are out there streaming right now, so we can send y'all over there and show some love. But other than that, who's that? I don't even recognize this one. I said following, fool. All right. So we're going to kick it over to somebody else. I hope y'all go over, say what's up, have a good night, and we will catch y'all next week. I will get all the videos and stuff up as soon as possible, all the recaps, all the good stuff. But until next time, thank y'all. And click that button, say we're going to go over there and be cool and awesome.
See ya.
It's a good thing to do. It's the right thing to do. We're sending y'all over there in just a moment. Thank y'all so much, and peace out.